it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a grenade pour, and I may or may not have shown you the first one, or I may show you this one and not the first one. I don't know which way it's going to go. I made one already on a very large 12 by 36 canvas, and I'm going to work on this 10 by 20 and maybe get two of these that would pair with the big one in the middle. But first, I'm going to do a consistency test to make sure that my paints are about the same consistency. Because I haven't been using these paints for a few days, I'm going to just double check. And the way you do it, I have this little consistency guide from Tammy DeCaro. She's on YouTube. She's also a Patreon of Kathleen at Cause Creations. And she basically gave these for people to use, and it's available for your use. That was Metallic Blue by Artist Loft. You want to get them about the same size. That was DecoArt's Sterling Silver. This is Metallic Cobalt Blue by Artist Loft. This is a simple one. It's just plain old 24 karat gold by DecoArt. And I don't do this for my bloom recipe because I can just tell the consistency. But in techniques I'm not too familiar with, I do this just to double check. This is quinacridone Nicolazo Gold by Golden and some burnt sienna also by Golden. And this is Arteza's Pearl Glacier Blue. And this one feels like it's going to be my thick one. Oh, I think there was a goober in that. All right, well, doing what I just did is going to alter that, so I'm going to do another one. Let's just do one right here. Oh, there is something in there. That's called mixed. That's called paint that needs to be mixed up more. Let's put another one down. Now, something I find also when I do these is usually the first one down is going to run slower than the last one because the last one's fresher. Let's see what we get. And then I will use just water to balance these guys out. See, fresher. That was thicker. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, what I will do based on this, I'm not going to show you the second part. I am just going to add a little water. I'm surprised because this one feels thicker. I'm going to add a smidge of water to maybe I won't even. I got to think about this. I wish the gold was thicker. The gold feels pretty good. You know, it depends on the size that you put down too. So I'm sitting here second guessing myself. Knowing how I feel, I think I'm going to just run with this. Ideally though, they all run at the same rate. So you know when you tilt your canvas, they're all going to travel with each other and not have one outrunning another one by a lot. So I'm going to take my chance on this. I'm going to go with this, and I will be back to get this canvas going. Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here, and I'm going to be doing a third grenade pour today. I have, and I'm videoing this right afterwards, as you can see, because I didn't want to break up. Oh, I got to check the level again. I didn't want to break up the pour. I mean, I have one mess here. I might as well clean up one mess than do two at the same time. So this is a grenade pour. So what I have are 2 cups. These are about 4.5 ounce cups or so. What I'm going to do is essentially the grenade pour is like a flip cup, but you put a push pin in it. And it treats it like a grenade when you flip it over. It lets the paint just kind of run off on itself. It's kind of a fun name. I think the Massey boys came up with it. It's just kind of a fun thing. An alternative to a straight flip cup. So my colors. Well, I'm cleaning up a little bit from last time. What I've got here, oh, first of all, I'm going to do 2 layers of each of these combinations in these cups. So this is Artist's Loft Metallic Blue. And hopefully I have enough to get me through. It's going to be nip and tuck. I might have to mix up some paint right in front of you. Silver. This is DeCaro Sterling Silver. This is Artist's Loft Metallic Blue. I am getting down to the dregs. I will be using up all this paint. This is DecoArt's 24 karat gold, the regular metallic, not the extreme sheen. This is quinacridone Nicolazzo gold with some burnt sienna. This is Pearl Glacier Blue by Amsterdam. And around the horn, hopefully I have enough here. So I'm going on fast forward here as I go about laying down the second round of the same colors in the same order, so we can save some time here. And I'm going to take a second here to just point out my description. If you haven't looked at it yet, check out my description for different links to some of the tutorials that I have and some of the products that I do use. Also, if you're new here, please join me by subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You get all my latest tutorials. And I would always appreciate a thumbs up if you hit that button, and a comment when the video is over. I'd really appreciate that as well. And since I have a second here and didn't mention it, my pouring medium was 50% Floetrol, American Floetrol, and 50% Liquitex Pouring medium. And then I use that to mix with the paint. And the paint's probably a 1 part paint to about 3 parts of the pouring medium, and mixing it until I get the right consistency and color. And I think we're done. I think we're dragged out. So what I did last time is I put a little gold down as my target. So I'm just using the gold because I had some of the leftover gold, and honestly I don't know what the benefit is except for that it gives the flip cup a place to flow from. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, here we go. Hopefully my aim is good. Camera's still running, that's a good sign. Let's see, so if I go that way, I'll go this way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nicely done. Let's see if it makes a difference putting the airflow from here. So I'd like them to go into each other. Does that make sense? I'm going to be pulling the pin here. The airflow is going to go in that way. I'm hoping it's going to guide it that way. This canvas is pretty taut, so it's not like it's going to slip that way. The last one, they all went out to the sides. I didn't think about that. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let them sit for a couple minutes. I might take a break and then clean up over here. All right, let's see if my theory is right. I'll pop the pin, pull the grenade. No, doesn't matter. The canvas is tilted that way a little bit. Yeah, it is tilted that way a little bit. give that one a pop. Oh, my theory's just wrong. At least they are. This one's moving into the middle a little bit. I was really surprised at what little airflow I had and how the cup really didn't want to move at all on its own. So I kind of had to guide it around, twisting it a little bit here and there until I got all the paint expressed out of the cup. I'm going to lip it. So what I said is lip it, which means I'm going to take the lip of the cup and I'm just going to run it through the paint, kind of blend the two together a little bit so that they seem like they're incorporated with each other. I need that gap to fill in, so that'll fill in as we work this. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun first of all, because I forgot to do that last time. All right, we're going to put down some float paint. Then I'll stretch this out to the sides. I probably won't bore you with all of this. So again, I'm going to go on extreme fast forward here and skip out some parts. All I'm doing here is laying down the flow paint, which just happens to be drippings from prior pours that I put into the squeegee bottle, this little squeeze bottle. And I will say that somebody suggested I use a squeeze bottle, and this helps tremendously. So now I'm going around with that palette knife, just making sure that all the sides and all the way the edges are covered. So as I get ready to tilt this out, the paint will already have a direction to go and flow very smoothly. Okay. Another torch. Let's see how this goes before we get going. We'll see how this turns out. Yes, the camera's still going. I'm going to slightly start tilting to the side. Actually, do I want to go that way first? Thinking about it. Because I want to pour that stuff off, so maybe I think I go this way first. And actually, I think the weight's over here, so let's just go this way first. And I'll end up with that side, and I'm going to get rid of all that garbage over there I don't like. So nice and slow. Plus this has got it too. You know, I'd like to know which color's causing that. It's hard to show you, but what was happening is the color seemed to be bleeding over onto the other colors, and it was either the silver or the pearl color. I got it off. Gonna go back. We're gonna slide. We're gonna slide it over here. So as I go through this, I'm not gonna cut out or speed up. I'm gonna let it just roll. It's easier on me editing, and if you want to skip ahead, please feel free. I will add a little music in the background. Very slowly. We're gonna get the corner, lip it, and then we're gonna bring her down and toward the middle. Oh, that Nicolazzo gold looks like it's on fire in there. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this thing, that blue-gray on the corner first. I like it the least. Get off. Did I take enough off? Let's see. I might have to go back to that corner. Get in this corner now. You don't want to be in a hurry. Get rid of some of that light blue as I head toward that corner. Not sure I'm thrilled with that big blue stripe there. I don't know if I can do much about that. And I got a big blue stripe over here. I apparently completely overlooked that pearl glacier blue swath that's on my left hand until it was a little bit too late. I should have probably tilted back in that direction to get rid of it. Okay. I wanted that nickel lazo gold at the top right corner. Trying to balance back out in the middle. I think I might do a little bit of palette work. I cannot take this. I definitely could have done a little bit more there. Let's break that up just a little bit. Let's extend this a little bit. It's not how I wanted it to go. Nope. Okay. Give it a little torch here. Make sure I got my corners. Then clean up my bottoms. Add to the pile of wreckage I have from the prior pour. You want to do this so that your paint stops pulling from the top. I think we're going to call that done. See how deep we are. I may have to take more off. Nope. Look at that. It's pretty good. Okay, we're going to call it done. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this. The one on the right is the one we just created, and the one on the left is the one that I created off camera. And here are the three of them together. after 4 coats of Liquitex gloss varnish. So again, I'd like to remind you to leave a comment, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. And if you're new here, please join me, hit that bell, and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out my playlists. That's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.